How about now? I accidentally bumped the mute button on my microphone. Thank you for the information. I see it modulating now, so it should be okay. Still no audio? Is that a yup, still no audio, or that's a yup, you can hear me? You guys crack me up, in case you can't tell. Okay. Okie doke. As long as that's working. Yeah, I accidentally bumped the mute on it somehow. I just figured I'd come in the afternoon and see what everybody was up to. Later on, I'm probably going to do a mail call. Don't know. We'll see. No, not exactly X. Hang on a second. Just not fully functional anymore. That's the reason it's a star. Okay. That's where the star comes from. The cop comes from, I don't like being called a cop, but if it's a star cop, that means you're a deputy. So yeah, I still am one, but I don't get paid for it. I'm a reservist, certified. I don't know whether that means I'm certifiable or that I can do my job. So, but that's where it comes from. Mostly I just work with the community when they have events and things like that. A little bit of added protection for churches and things. Well, hey, brother, how you doing? Yeah, it's a job nobody wants to do. And it's a job that a lot of people don't like you until they need you. And then when they need you, all of a sudden you're their best friend. But you got to have the right kind of attitude to live with that. And that's okay. But yeah, and the 97 is the year I graduated the academy. So that's where that name comes from. Now, I won't change my name. That's for sure. So Dan, I think what's in this box is my Snapper 7. So I'm hoping I can get it hooked up. Still haven't found the wizard. I think it's up there in the oak trees. I'm going to have to wait till the leaves fall because I've scoured that ground. I did a pattern search within 60 feet of that tree where I found the camera, and I had absolutely no luck finding the drone on the ground. So it's up in one of those trees somewhere. You want me to do it now, man? Well, I guess we could do it now. People can always come in and watch it later. Didn't take long. This is one of those ones that I saw on the line. Of course, I need a stronger knife, probably. Although this thing, if I get too close to it, it's going to cut me. Oh, man. I can tell who packed this. It must have 5 wrappers on it. There we go. That got it. And it better be. And it is. I hope you can see that. It's backwards on my screen. I don't know if it's backwards on your screen. It says the Snapper 6/7. So let's see what we got. Okay. And of course, we've got the handy dandy little set of Chinese instructions. Probably not written in Chinese, though, I hope. And there's how she comes. She's looking good. So let's take a look. Oh, they were not kidding. That is definitely a tiny little whoop. Those look like brush motors to me. I'm pretty sure. Oh, never mind. That's why it's. I can't really tell. Yeah. It'll be interesting. That's for sure. It'll be interesting. But there's the Snapper 7. So you put it back. It came in a nice little. The box is going to be worth. I'm pretty sure that box is going to be worth keeping because one battery is already in the drone. But I have a feeling that little box, it's foam lined. That's going to be a nice thing to keep it in, I think. And then it came with a charger. Both be able to do 6 batteries at a time. It has a high voltage and low voltage capabilities and selectable voltage. 2 different types of connectors. So I'm hoping that's going to work out for me. Looks like it will. Put that off to the side. And you got your typical extra set of props, screwdrivers. And they use, I'll tell you what, I don't think these are the kind of rubber bands you use on dentures. They're kind of big, but they use rubber bands to hold that battery in. I think I'm going to find a different way to do that. I might have to fashion something. And then it looks like you've got a little tool right here, I would imagine, for getting those blades on and off. Looks like they screw on. And if they do, there's a whole bunch of extra screws sitting right in here in the bag. So that's looking good. And then as promised, 1 battery's in the drone. And it came with 2 additional 1-cell batteries. 3.8 volt, 450 milliamp hours. So I get them charged up in that charger before too long. They're not going to go back in there, though. Tell you what, put the charger away. Yeah, I might have to put them back in there. Yep, the batteries are going to have to go back in the same slot. She took about a week to get here. Of course, the Postal Service said she was going to be here last Friday. She didn't make it by last Friday. So that didn't surprise me. Our Postal Service is not the best bunch of people in the world. I mean, they're hard workers. So there you go, guys. I'll let y'all get a video up as soon as I can find a way to fly her. I'm probably going to have to go and find myself a screen that'll catch the signal, because I don't have goggles yet. And I may just let this thing sit until I do get goggles, because I want to fly it in the house when it gets cold outside. I don't get snow here in Alabama, but it gets snow. So there she is. Happy Models, Snapper 7. Hopefully she'll turn out to be a good one. Keep my mind off the fact that the Wizard's out there in the treetop somewhere, doing whatever it's doing. Yeah, they are kind of postal blizzard. And as you heard me say, don't, oh, Indigo, I didn't see you come in, my friend. I was too busy talking. Let me get you wrenched up. But, well, thanks for coming in, guys. So what do we want to talk about? NMB, you're in Alabama, whereabouts? I used to game a lot. I never knew you could do it online, and now I don't have an Xbox or anything anymore, so ain't that worried about it. Yeah, lost drones. Ed, what's up, buddy? Yeah, you probably keep it that way, Ed, because I'm doing this a different way. I don't know if you were in the stream this morning when Mel came in and called me, but Mel showed me a way to go in. So I'm actually broadcasting the stream through YouTube, but via Hangouts, Google Hangouts. And I don't think I'm going to have that problem I had been having. I had just been doing it a totally wrong way, I guess. I have been going just into my page, and you know how up in the top right corner it has a little camera icon? You click on it, it either says post or go live, and I'd hit go live. And as you well know, the last 4 or 5 streams I did, there was 2 of me and a bunch of green garbage down the bottom. So, yeah, I thought about the Inductrix too. I thought about it. I just, they had one of those buy it in the next 20 minutes kind of things, and I just couldn't pass it up. Just could not pass it up. I'll get it charged up later, see if I can get it hooked up, and if I have to, I'll start the GoPro and take some pictures of it flying around. And Acrobee is a good one, yeah, for sure. Well, anyway, so the stream's looking okay, guys. I know it's still got a little bit of a fuzz to it because I don't have real good lighting, which that's easy to fix. You think it's fixed? Because I had it this morning, Dan, on the AM. It was really bad. Didn't see two of me, but you saw like most of me on one side of the screen and a little sliver of me on the other side of the screen, and a bunch of green garbage down the bottom. So I don't know. This wasn't that hard to set up. I went into the studio, went to the live stream portion or the event portion, said create a new event. And then I started it, and I've got it hooked to go to Google Hangouts. So it starts the stream in Google Hangouts automatically. And then I just went in and watched my own stream and popped out my chat. So I think it's going to work better for me. I don't know. I don't know, Dan, what to tell you. Like, I mean, the people that were there this morning, matter of fact, it'll probably show up on the preview. It started out great, and within 5 minutes, I had a double picture. Then it would go away, and then I'd get it back. So, yeah, I understand, man. I just didn't know how to do it. I mean, I knew I could get into Hangouts, but I didn't know how to get the Hangout broadcast to tie into YouTube and pop out the chat. And Mel showed me that in about 5 minutes this morning, and it's been a whole lot better. Whole lot better. So, hey, I got a little question for you, Dan, since you know you and I see pretty much eye to eye on these new things coming out. I talked to well, I can't really tell you who he was, but it isn't official, and he is on the inside. They're tossing around an idea, and I kind of liked it. You know, the Part 107 deal, you know, they're wanting everybody to get their Part 107 and take the test and all that. But you know how your driver's license has like a D for most states, it's a D for just driver's license, M for motorcycle, and then A, B, and C for whatever type of commercial license you get and things like that. And ours even has a V for vessel because we can put our boating license on our driver's license. They're talking about having two tests. One is going to be fairly stringent. That's going to be the commercial version of the 107 test. The other one is going to be a little bit more than what DJI already does, you know, because DJI has that little bitty test that they've got built in about not flying above 400, you know, and all this stuff. A little bit harder than that, but way easier than the 107. And then when you get your Part 107, you can get an endorsement on it for either commercial or hobbyist. So I didn't think that was such a horrible idea, to be honest with you. I'm going to keep in touch with this guy. I know him through my work. He's one of the guys I send my students to when I think they're ready to get hooked up with their commercial licenses and stuff. And he seems to think that's a viable solution for what people want to do. And I didn't really dislike it. I thought that was a pretty good idea. And I'm not looking to make money by giving people tests. I do it for free right now as it is, not going to test, but getting them ready for the test. I do it for free because I don't see, I mean, there's guys out there paying tons of money to take some online tests to learn something that is so easy to learn. It is pathetic. It is not hard at all, folks. You know, not hard at all. But anyway, that I just want to get that out to you because I know you care about it a lot, and some other people, you know, they kind of get uppity when we start talking about Part 107. But that's where he's thinking they might go. And I told him, man, if you need any help getting that done and you need folks, let me know where to sign up because that's an excellent way to handle it. Yep, excellent way to handle it. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, Indigo, and it's not that hard. I mean, and maybe that's just me because I've been an aviator for over 40 years, and I know all the stuff that's on it from the aviation side of the house. So maybe that's just me going, well, it's really super easy. But some of these guys I've trained, I don't know that I trust them to drive down the highway in their car, but they get through the test. No, I don't think so, Ed. There's nothing wrong with that at all. No, no comment. Sorry. Okay, Dan. I just figured I'd put it out there for you, buddy. And you know what? I got news for you. You go out and fly this and don't be around any people. How in the hell are they going to find out you were out there flying it? These little things ain't going above no 400 feet. You know, race drones, you know, I just don't see them clamping down on the FPV folks as hard as people think they're going to, but you never know. There's some real buttholes out there. So no 3-inch. uh, excuse me while I get a drink. And yeah, it's just water, guys. It's not gin. It's not anything else. Good old Alabama well water. That's all it is. But yeah, I understand. But think about it, Dan. I quit going back to the days when cars first came out, and you still had horses on the road, and you had cars on the road, and man, they came out with some stupid shit. Like, okay, here you got a car can go 10 miles an hour, but you got to put a human being out in front of it to hold a lantern and let the horses know it's coming. Huh? No vodka, JNC. I'm sorry I mentioned it. No vodka. I don't know. Does vodka go in a Harvey Wallbanger? You don't want to know my Harvey Wallbanger story. Trust me, you don't want to know it. I got to see if I can get my strap adjusted here. It's letting me down. There we go. That's better. Oh, that's a lot better. Yeah, I understand. Oh, I totally agree with that, Dan. I do. But, we're not the ones that are going to end up making that final decision. As far as I'm concerned, you can take that AMA and, well, I probably shouldn't say where you can put them, but you got the general idea. Because if you look at some of the things they were talking about, only being able to fly at, sites that are run by, what do you want to call them? The AMA would be one of them. They're going to make money on the deal if they shut down our airspace. I hope they don't. There you go. Yeah, that'd happen. No, they don't care because they're going to make money off it when those new rules get pushed through. Man, they were silent. They just sat there, and if they even were really there, I still haven't been quite so sure that they were actually one of the ones in the room that day. But they haven't done anything, and they ain't getting none of my money. That's for sure. Yeah, texting while driving. We had to make a law against that because too many people did it, and I know a good friend lost his wife and all but one of his 3 children got hit head on by a teenager texting across a 4-lane highway's median. You know how big those can be, and hit his wife head on. But like you say, Dan, though, as long as we're careful, we don't give them any ammunition. We got too many people out there giving them ammunition to use. Saw an example of it the other day. I can't remember, and I won't even say whose videos it was. But my God, underground FPV outlaws. There you go. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much true. Yeah, they won't get involved. Oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. I was looking for how many viewers I had. I just lost one, gained one. Just a new outlook for me, guys. I've never done this way before, but it seems to be working better. Okay, hang on, Dan. Is that for me? If I can figure out how to do this, give me a second. Oh, dang, I got too much information there. Oh, come on. I only want that part. Man, why is it not letting me grab just that? Okay. It'll be just a second, Dan. I'm kind of old. It takes me a while to figure shit out. Okay, I got to go to this page here. And I gotta go over here to AOL. Oh, first I gotta go here. Hang on, Dan. I'm working on it. Compose to paste com. Okay, now I got to go back to the Google page. This is good practice, Dan. I promise I'll try to get it right the first time. I hope. Copy that. Go back in here. Paste. And send. Okay. You should have it, Dan, if I got the email right. Now what you're going to have to do is tell me how I bring you in. Okay, I don't see anything happening here. Are you still there, Dan? Oh, don't be pulling no triggers on nobody. Okay. Okay. Oh, how do I do that, Dan? I mean, I sent you the link that's at the top of the page. Oh, hang on. Oh, crap. Oh, okay. Okay. Now I got you, Dan. Hang on a second. Now I see what you're doing. Let me see if I can re-grab your email. Oh, come on. Okay, this is ridiculous. Hang on, Dan. I can't copy your email right. But hang on, I'll get it this way. I'll just copy it out of here out of my sent mail. Okay. Okay, that'll work. Man, this is too much like work, man. Okay. Let me know what happens, buddy. And I lost my chat. You should have got the invite through Hangouts by now, Dan. I hope. Okay, did it not work? Doing good, Nutshell. Trying to get something worked out with drone worship. There he is. Hey, buddy. Oh, I love it, buddy.
Yeah, give me 1 sec here.
Hey, we love it. You want me to put my mask on?
Oh, yes.
Okay, hang on a second. I don't have one like that. I'm not fancy. Is Ed still here? Love my drones. Are you still in the room?
Let me pop this chat out real quick.
Thanks for teaching me that. I didn't get to learn that earlier.
Oh, you can invite anybody into a Google Hangout. That's why they're fun. All right.
Well, I don't know if Ed is still there. There he is. Hang on, Ed.
Let me adjust my chat comment board real fast. There we go. Oh, I like it.
Brand new addition to my family. This is Big
Oh,
Al.
Is it hard to hear me? I don't know about that. I think it's just the microphone.
I hear
I
you just
forgot.
fine, buddy.
Yeah, Dan, turn up your mic sensitivity. Unfortunately, I really can't. I think it's because I forgot to turn on my high def. Can you hear this tapping?
I can hear you tapping.
Can you hear that tapping?
I can.
Huh. It's pretty loud, man. I got my settings turned up pretty high. And I'm also talking directly into the microphone.
Mine's off to the side, but it's working okay, I hope.
Well, let's see here.
The bad thing is I can't read chat very well now. Nobody ever taught this elephant to read.
You can pop your chat out. So,
Well, I got
it
it
says
popped
my
out.
microphone's turned all the way up. I'd hate to take off my mask when I'm talking about the FAA.
It's okay, Dan.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I love the mask. I'm totally digging the mask, bro. That's
Yeah,
killer.
I can see a little bit. I just have to kind of aim the eyeball just right in order to see the chat. I can only see out of this eyeball. This one here can't reach the chat because of the big ass nose.
Word.
Well, trunk, man.
So
how you doing, Dan?
I'm doing good, man. I was just playing with the mask. I don't really need to wear it.
I hear you.
He said they have facial recognition software. I'm not hiding from anyone. Trust me.
I saved this one.
Do I think it's a good idea? You were asking me very specifics. I don't have much time because it's already 2. I have till 2:30, and then I got to start getting ready for work. But
No problem, buddy.
I think that a simple test is a good idea for all new hobbyists. I think it really is. I think explaining the difference between 107 to non-commercial users is also a very good idea. I really hate the idea of licensing and all of that extra stuff because all you're doing is just giving the government free money. There's no difference between being a registered pilot or not. All you have to do is have a registration number that you should be able to give to them, and they can look up all of your information, see who you are, a picture of you, profile. You can do all that for free. We shouldn't have to pay for IDs. We shouldn't have to pay for all this extra stuff. For Pete's sakes, guys, this is a hobby. When were we doing any of this stuff previous to the fact? Unless you were doing like jet planes and, crazy stuff that requires some extra licensing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like this isn't, these can be readily bought anywhere at any place, even Kmart, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco. I mean, the difference is I think technology base has come a lot further since hobby stuff really took off, and that's why they're trying to manage it. I completely get that. You know what I'm saying? This is all new to everyone. But I fail to see how the public just does not accept drones just because of the word drone. That's my biggest hatred for the hobby, is that we actually deemed ourselves drone flyers or drone pilots. I think when this all got started, we should have probably hit this off more of a basis of being a UAS pilot. You know what I'm saying? Or a UAV pilot. Instead, we all immediately jumped into drone, started calling everything drone. Look at my name, for instance, Drone Worship, the Revolution. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And all we did was create a natural fear for drones. That's exactly what we did. We created a story, which then grew. And then whenever you create a story or you tell a story and it gets emphasized on, people get afraid of the story. So they add on to it and it becomes worse and worse, just like any story from any certain amount of time that's been out there. You know what I'm saying? That's where fear stories come from. That's where Halloween stories come from. That's where Christmas stories come from. All of these things are things that we create ourselves. And as we go, we realize that we're the ones that actually caused a majority of the issue for ourselves, you know?
Yep.
But my problem I have with this is that I could get in my car right now and I could drive the wrong way down the interstate and I could plow into 7 people, okay, and kill everybody, including myself, right? But did the state change the laws because I did that?
No.
So because a couple drone pilots are doing a few risky things with their drone, now we have to have all this extra stuff. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. It doesn't. There are certain things you can do, obviously for safety reasons and being able to hold people accountable for their actions, which is why we have a driver's license, which is why we have these things. I understand that, but we're not changing the rules and regulations based on the actions of what somebody has done unless it was really, really a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like unless it was a problem that was manufacturing itself and more people continued to do it, then it would be an issue. But we've really had none of those amazing close calls. We've had what was it? We had a Phantom 3 Advanced or whatever it was, or a Phantom 4 slam into a helicopter, and that was about the gist of it. As far as I know, there's been very, very, very small amount of accidents based on drones. Now, if you look back at the entire hobby of helicopters, fixed-wing gliders connecting with aircraft, I think you'll find that there's probably a lot more fixed-wing gliders, airplanes, and helicopters that have connected with manned aircraft than there are drones. So we're being pinpointed here. We're being put on the spot by this. And it really, really frustrates me. That's why I changed my name to Drone Worship the Revolution. And I think on November 5th, if you guys watch the movie V for Vendetta, they say, remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot. I want to change that to remember the 5th of November, the lobbyist, treason, and plot. I should see no reason why the lobbyist treason should ever be forgot. I think on the 5th, all of you should fly your drones. Everyone worldwide should just go out and show people how many drone pilots there really are out there that are doing this as a hobby and having fun doing it. See what I'm saying? I think bringing awareness, sitting down, talking, communicating with people is the only way to make this a better thing for us, as opposed to just, I hear drone pilots talk all the time about the interactions they've had with other people and how nasty they were to the other people based on the questions they were being asked or how they were approached. And I try to do my best to limit my interaction with the public in a negative way. Okay? Yep. I would rather just say, you know what? If you're uncomfortable with me being here, even though it's my right, I'm going to call it a day. I don't want to give you a bad experience. I don't want your first interaction with a drone pilot to be a bad one. You know what I'm saying?
I've been super lucky. I went and flew Nakalula Falls, was the first like public place I went and flew back when I had my Typhoon and H. And I actually went to the park representative, says, I know this isn't a state park, but it is a park. Do you mind if I fly my drone here? He goes, fly your what? I said, my drone. He said, it's an aircraft that goes up and takes pictures. I'm in total control of it the whole time it's up.
Sure.
He says, no, we don't care as long as you don't try to go over the kayak, or go over the falls in a kayak. I said, I didn't bring my kayak. And by the time I got that thing up in the air, I must have had 20 people all wanting pictures on it, wanting to know what it could do. So my only reactions with people have always been good. But then again, I don't fly in big cities. I don't, if people gather and they start giving me guff, like you said, I leave.
Yep. I just don't see the reason to have a negative interaction with the public. If possible, I mean, if I'm there and I'm being paid to do something as a, this is my job, this is what I do, that's a different scenario. But if I'm just there as a hobbyist, I'm not out to cause problems for the world. If you're uncomfortable, sir, I can come back another day. It's really not that big of an issue. You know what
exactly. I'm saying? Yeah. And it's, I equate it a little bit, I don't know if you ever heard me say this, but there's good cops and there's bad cops. And I've seen cops go into a situation and infuse the situation instead of defusing the situation.
Sure.
And I've actually had to throw fellow deputies out of a situation because them being there was making it worse. When I could just handle it by being a nice person.
I mean, I've done sit downs with local law enforcement to help them understand drone pilots. We've gone through hypotheticals. I've created a number of hypotheticals. And when I sit down with these police departments, I say, okay, I don't do this for a commercial base. I do this as a hobbyist, but I can definitely teach you the way to deal with hobbyists and understanding drone pilots better. That way, when you show up, you know whether you're in the right or they're in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? There are so many simple ways to figure out if the drone pilot's being honest with you. There's only a few things you really have to look for to find out. You know what I'm saying? I introduced him to how we use Google Google Maps in a sense of like UAV forecast and air maps, so they have an understanding. But the hardest thing about that is getting them to understand airspace, because a lot of local authority doesn't understand airspace.
Yeah, I stopped using, with the exception of for like the weather forecast and things like that. I stopped using UAV program. I just take my sectional, and I know where I want to go. Sure. I print out a sectional, and I know what the sectional says the airspace is, because a lot of places around here, the UAV app will have multi-layered controlled airspace, and it won't let you fly even though you're not in the controlled airspace. You're underneath it by a good 1,000 feet.
Sure.
And it won't let you fly, whereas I know I can show you this is where I'm at on the map right here. This airspace doesn't even start to 1,200. I'm only going up to 4.
Sure.
So we have no problems.
Try to hide. Try that with the 3DR Solo. She'll fly anywhere, man. She'll fly.
Well, I understand that.
That's why I fly solo. No restrictions.
Yeah, I can. My Altel will go anywhere, and mostly the DJI apps, unless you're in a surface-based area where it will definitely tell you can't fly. It'll just say, do you know you're getting close to this? Do you acknowledge? And then you have to acknowledge it. So I just acknowledge it. Go, dude, I know where it starts, and I'm not going that high. I'm gonna watch out for anybody that's flying below that. That's just out there on a good VFR day, flying VFR. He's not in controlled airspace. He's in uncontrolled airspace. I'll watch out for them.
Sure.
I was trying to watch out. I was trying to watch out for that crop duster. I don't know if you got to see my crop duster under flight.
I have not. I will have to see that.
It's. Do you have a Discord?
I do.
It's somewhere on Discord, but it's only the last few seconds of it, because it'll only take an 8 megabyte film.
Okay, so I assume you're talking about on the drone networks.
Well, yeah, because that's where I am.
Right. Yeah. So I run a Discord server myself. It's just called Drone Worship. And everyone's invited. We barely get on there like we used to. You find that it gets a little overwhelming when you have more than 5 people in there trying to talk all at one time.
Hey, 616. Hi. Didn't see y'all come in.
Yeah. The 616. What's up, brother?
616. What happened was I was out. It was the day I was trying to get some additional footage of the cotton crop. And I was just trying to get the harvest. And then all of a sudden I heard the crop duster. So I'm sitting out there going, well, I can see my drone, but I can't see him. Where the hell is he? So I took the drone up to 400 feet AHO and started looking. And by the time I actually got him, because I'm flying off of my little, my phone, you can't see shit on that phone. I'm sorry. Yeah. You can basically see that, I'm pointing in the general direction of what I wanted to take a picture of. All of a sudden I look, and this guy's coming straight at me, but he's 200 feet below me.
Oh, boy.
And I couldn't move out of the way. There's just no way I could have moved.
That's crazy.
That it went right underneath me.
Life in a nutshell. I'm going to address that right now, because I think you're still under the impression that the Solo is what it was in 2015. I'd be more than happy to emphasize on that for you. So I've actually created a third-party gimbal mod for it, allowing you to run GoPro Hero 5, 6, and 7 now on the Solo with pitch controls, active pitch controls. I've also shown people, and I'm talking, it costs you $50 to install a gimbal to the Solo now and choose your camera. So that information's a little outdated. I'm also going to tell you that I have solved the battery problem as well. I created the DIY battery for the Solo, allowing you to build your own batteries for $50. Choose any 4S pack and run on new cells. So I've also solved that problem. I have a whole Solo Solex DIY write out for the recalibration procedures for the batteries. I've really I've really been at this a while, man, with the Solo. It's completely upgradable. You can also get the green cube for it now and run military grade technology inside of the Solo if you want to. There are 4 different types of GPS upgrades if you would like to take that route. Sight scan has also been offered. It's one of the most advanced property surveying on the market available.
Can you hear that in the background?
What's that?
I guess it didn't get picked up on the mic. My favorite Hueys are back over in the RT across the street.
Yeah. Life in a nutshell, nobody's picking up manufacturing of the batteries. That is I'm a bold-faced, blunt lie from the open solo community. I would be more than happy to go into more detail on that if you would like, even though they're going to hate my guts like they already do, and they banned me from all the solo groups because I take too much money out of their pockets. But I would be more than happy to address that. I am the solo man. I'm the guru. I would be more than happy to tell you the solo is still active. It's still around. It's still a very amazing machine for the price, and it's very cheap to keep updated. So
Bad Dan. Bad
bad.
Dan.
I know. They hate me. They have kicked me out of all the solo groups altogether because I just kept taking money out of somebody's pocket. I'd create a mod, and they'd be mad.
Speaking the truth now, man. Don't be speaking the truth.
It's too bad that the truth actually hurts more than just being honest with the consumer market. So,
hey, how far are you from Disney, buddy?
oh, roughly an hour and 30 minutes, maybe. Orlando's about an hour or so. And then
we'll be down there on from the 10th to the 16th of January.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I so wish that place was not a no-fly area.
I challenge. Sorry,
I'm halfway tempted, but I know what will probably happen, so I'm not even going to even try.
What's it? Oh, to fly there? Yeah. Don't. I learned the hard way with Busch Gardens a year ago. I got too close, and it cost me $700 in fines.
Yeah.
So I won't be taking on the FAA again anytime soon. I promise you that. Yeah. Nutshell, it's I challenge anyone to find a DJI product capable of even a fraction of what the Solo does minus all the sensors. Real pilots don't need the sensors. I'm be honest with you, man. I'm a real pilot. I don't find any reason to have obstacle avoidance or any of that goofy stuff. There's really no reason for it unless you're buying it to do a very specific thing where you would need obstacle avoidance. I'm a pilot. I fly. That's part of the fun, is the enjoyment of not having all the sensors, So I love what the Solo does, and it's so third-party upgradable because it's open source. Dude, we've got bait drops on the bottom of it now, retractable legs. You can do all sorts of fun jazz with the Solo, man. If you got rid of yours, I would suggest buying another one because they're cheap and fun to play with. Went there when I was in Tampa. Well, that's where I live. Tampa.
Yeah, thank you, Nutshell. I go both. I could take that stuff or not, but I like having it. My depth perception is not the best in the world sometimes. I know it came in handy when I was doing the peanut harvest. I almost flew sideways into a tree. If I hadn't been in tripod mode, I probably would have hit that tree because I was just on the other side of where I was flying from. So sure. I didn't have line of sight technically.
Oh my God, I think all pilots should be allowed to fly to a mile at least. All that other stuff is just ridiculousness.
I totally agree, man.
I think once you're outside of the city, you shouldn't have to worry about the LOS laws. I think if you're in country or farmland, that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Well, think about it. I'm not getting high enough to bother anybody but a crop duster.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Or a helicopter. Okay?
Or helicopters. There you go.
But I know where all of them fly. I flew here for 40 years, so I know where all their routes are. They don't get off their routes. So as long as I don't fly on their routes, I'm good to go.
So Solo runs on the Tower app. It is, like I said, it's probably one of the most advanced autonomous flight programs you can use because it's all Arducopter. It's all auto droid planner. It's Arducopter based or APM. It's all Linux based. But like I said, it allows you to change all the parameters, which you just can't do. You can't do that with DJI products, man. That's the unfortunate part about DJI. It has its limitations. Solex, yes, Solex is. It was designed by Kelly Schruck. Very good dude. He's the only one out of the entire Open Solo crew I still respect that still communicates with me and talks because he believes in what I'm doing. So he's a great guy, man. I would be more than happy to connect you with him if you had questions about Solex. It's way more advanced than the standard solo program. If you weren't running on Solex when you owned your solo, I feel bad for you.
Oh, here comes the Huey again. I had 1,100 hours teaching in Hueys, and I love them to death. And the Air Force is the only one that flies them anymore.
Yeah,
but you can hear them coming a half a mile off easy, and you know it's a Huey because it's the only thing around here that's semi-rigid or slung anymore.
Hey, you just need flying DeLoreans, bro. You need these things buzzing around all day.
There you go. I like that. I tell you the one I want, man.
Build one.
I would almost kill for a Star Wars speeder bike.
Yeah, I got a couple of those too. They're fun, man, but they don't fly very good. They're very wonky because the top heavy of the guy on top.
Yeah,
they're
I just think it'd be cool.
I'm still trying to get my other DeLorean up and running here. I'm still working on the Tyro build, man. This thing's just being a pansy. I cannot, for the life of me, man, I cannot get the video feed to clear up, man. I'm getting so much noise in the video feed of the Tyro. Kind of depressing.
I enjoyed that build, man. That was a fun thing to watch.
Yeah, I mean, we only did, like, dude, I have 16 gigabytes of build data that I didn't even speed up to show you guys. I probably won't either. Too much, man.
That's cool.
Like your Gladius video. That thing's pretty. We're still working on the Gladius. So what's your favorite 3-inch quad, Dan? I don't have a favorite 3-inch. Look, man, I just fly FPV because it's fun. I don't get into the racing or the freestyle. I just like to fly FPV. I like to get out there and acro and activate air mode and do flips and barrel rolls. And like, I'm not in it to see how fast I can build a quad. I'm not in it to put the best parts in it. If I can see and it can hold a GoPro and it can do all that fun jazz, I'm good. That's all I need. I don't need anything else from it. I'm not trying to be competitive. I'm not trying to keep blowing. The thing you'll learn about me is I hate crashing drones. I'm not a fan of it. I hate it. I hate replacing parts. I want one drone that does it and just does it well. That's it. That's what I want. I hate overcomplicating it with 15 different FPV drones, and you know what I'm saying?
Yep, have your favorite and fly it a lot.
Exactly. There's a reason I haven't upgraded in a while. I got the Bebop 2 and the Solo. I don't need anything else, man. Those are fantastic birds. Fantastic.
Oh, my dogs are barking. I wonder what they're barking at.
Jump right into 5-inch, man. That's what I did. I went from micro to 5-inch. Just do it, bro. It's not that much different. It's just learning how to blip the throttle because it's a little heavier to make turns. Other than that, man, hang time's about the same. You got a lot more punch power for floating over the top of trees and rolling over them. It's just a different world flying a 5-inch with some real power under it. The micros are great, man, but they wear out real quick. You just get tired of them. You want more. So, good times.
See what all I missed in chat. Not too much.
What I really want, man, is some faster boats. I want some boats that go like 100. I just want a boat that can rip across the water, man. 45, that's the fastest boat I have. It goes 45 miles an hour. And it seems quick and it sounds angry, but man, I would love to get my hands on like the Mrs. Budweiser boat or the Sonic Thunder or any one of those, man, that just scream across the water.
Yeah. I've never been to one really good boat race, and that when I was in Texas. I went down to the races on Lake Travis and awesome. Man, that was some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Here they have a thing they call Thunder on Tulaco, which is the local boat or local lake on base, and they bring in the little race boats, but they're impressive, but they're nothing like those. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. One of these days, man, I'll take the Solo out and show you how fast that sucker actually rips. She'll go 90. The Solo's a crazy machine. She'll hit 92 miles an hour in sport mode. It's ridiculous.
Indigo, thanks for stopping in, buddy.
Absolutely ridiculous. Believe it or not, that 4.5-pound animal up there can fly in acro. It'll fly in race mode.
Wow.
Full barrel rolls, flips, all the fun stuff. Ed said that's crazy fast. I told you, man, it's the only aerial platform of its kind. It's not just a tool. It's not just it's designed to hit you at all aspects. That's why I love the Solo. I wish they came out with a Solo too, man. I would have loved 3DR to stay in the game. They got bullied out by DJI. That was really, and it's all because of Colin Gwynn. Do you guys know who Colin Gwynn is?
No.
You should. He's the face of DJI for almost 4 years.
I don't watch a lot of their events, and I like their stuff because it's easy for me to fly.
Colin Gwynn was the face of DJI for 3.5, 4 years, and then he left DJI, bad blood, and he reached out to 3DR Robotics at the time, and he said, I have all these ideas. And essentially what he did is steal all of DJI's ideas and put them in there, except he went a step further by saying, this is what I suggested to them, and they didn't like it. We want to create an open source platform where people can tamper, tinker, and do all these wonderful things. And they just wanted to be proprietary. And I don't want to be proprietary. I wanted to be known for having the best drone on the market that can do everything. And so that's where the 3DR Solo was born. That day, it happened. Then Colin Gwynn got fired by 3DR because if they didn't, DJI was going to sue the living pants off of them. So they got rid of Colin Gwynn, and after that, the Solo took a tank in 2015. It started going downhill, and from there, it never recovered. So
I think Indigo's asking about. I don't know if they have a Solo sale near him for 200. Should he snag it?
Or
maybe
absolutely.
He's talking about a different drone.
Absolutely. I wouldn't even think twice, bro. I told you, man, the Solos are extremely cheap right now. You can install a gimbal for $50 and then choose it. You could buy a $25 4K camera and stick it in the gimbal, and you have footage. As long as you can plug an HDMI cable into it, doesn't matter. You'll get FPV and you'll have stabilized footage.
3DR Solo with a Hero 3, he said.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd snag that.
2 batteries. Oh yeah. Does it have a gimbal? No gimbal? Probably doesn't have a gimbal.
I saw you come in, Mr. Crawley. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by.
I assume it doesn't have a gimbal, but I have a video showing how to install third party. Well, you can't fly it with DJI goggles unless it has an HDMI plug-in. If it has an HDMI plug-in, the top of the Solo transmitter plugs in. You can do, I'll show you. Whatever. Ow.
Oh, it's just a little crash.
It was just a transmitter. So on the top of the Solo, my upgrade antenna is out of the way. You can actually see right up here in the head, there's an HDMI plug right there. So you can plug these into a pair of goggles if you want to. I've had my Solo out 2.5 miles away from me for a 5-mile round trip. It's an absolute animal. I love the controller. I love the sticks. I've got all the upgrades. This thing is such an animal. Just an absolute animal. We got two.
The only way DJI goggles, either one, the racing or the original ones, work is with an HDMI cable.
What's that?
The DJI goggles, they have the racing version and they have the original version. They both have to have an HDMI input.
I assume that's the only way you're going to get feed from the transmitter to goggles is if you plug in through HDMI.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because I don't see any antennas on them anywhere or anything.
I mean, even my goggles, if you were to get the HDMI output for the AV plug, they have an HDMI cord that you can plug into here, and then you can transfer it over. It'll still be VGA, so it'll be 4.3 standard that you'll view out of the Solo, but you can still use your compact goggles if you want to. Like the ones we have over here. Oh, these Amaway V1 Commanders. These actually have a HD plug on the bottom. They say HD.
Cool.
So I can just plug these in if I wanted to with the Solo and use the Amaway Commanders and fly. But like
hi, Gene. Welcome, buddy.
Huh?
Gene came in. Gene RC.
Yeah, no. This all Solo batteries are from 2015. All of them. They didn't make any new batteries, and I don't think any company is going to step up to the plate. Too costly to manufacture new batteries today, and you'll never have the interest that the Solo originally had. So why would anyone make batteries if only 6,000 people are going to buy them?
Yeah, there's no profit in that.
Right. There's absolutely no profit. So all these people that keep promising new batteries are out of their mind. No company's going to step up to the plate unless they're doing a real personal favor for someone at 3DR.
Richard, good afternoon.
So that's why I taught everybody how to build their own battery. I don't even think I have a BMS available to show you right now. Battery management system, where are you? Nope, I don't have any BMSs around me. Otherwise, I'd show you what a BMS looks like. Anyways. All right, man. It is 2:28. I got to roll. Thanks for having me, StarCop. I'm going to type
Not a
something
problem,
in
man.
the chat in case anybody wants to subscribe that's not. I don't know how many people you got in here, but
We've only got 9, but I don't draw a big crowd usually. I appreciate you coming in. You're the man.
yes, sir. I always have a blast, man. I love joining these things. If I can ever get time, I'll just send you my link in the chat so you can see it. And if you want to have me on, just have me on. If not, avoid me. All right, so I'm going to put love me, damn it. There you go. If you don't know who I am, that's my channel.
I have not found the wizard. I'm pretty sure it's up in the trees, my friend, because I did a pattern search yesterday. Within 60 feet of the tree I found the camera at the base of, and I have a feeling it's stuck on one of the oak trees. And so until that oak tree sheds its leaves, I'm probably not going to find it.
Thanks for having me, StarCop. I'm out of here. Have a good day, guys.
Thanks for being on.
Oh, yeah.
God bless. Well, that was a pleasant surprise, everybody. We catch up on, yeah, no luck finding the wizard. For those of you who came in late, we did a unboxing at the very beginning. The Snapper 7 finally got here, so and it looks nice. We'll have to see if we can't get the batteries charged up and film it doing some whooping around the house. Oh, it'll eventually pop up. I mean, I got the camera back. That was really important to me. But yeah, it's frustrating because I know exactly where it has to be as far as this tree box right here. It's got to be in here. It couldn't have made it out. Okay, Indigo, have a good day, guys. And I think everybody in here already has everybody else. Let me see. There was somebody that came in. Pawan, P-A-W-A-N, U-Road. If you're still in here, I saw you come in, but I couldn't get a word in edgewise, my friend. So if you're still here, welcome. I haven't had a chance to check out your site. Guys, I'm going to try to do something here. If I end up crashing, hopefully I won't. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'll subscribe and watch videos, but that sure looks like something I'm not going to be able to do very much with. Okay. And I don't think it crashed me, but I got to get my chat back. There we go. It worked. I'll be darned. Yeah, if I get a really good wind, I'm going back and I'm going to do another pattern search. We don't have much wind today. I wish I still knew somebody's in the flying in the area. I'd have them come down and hover over those trees with a Chinook. I guarantee you that the drone won't stay up there if I get a Chinook down there hovering. Yeah, I can't see it yet, like I said, but it's a whole bunch of white oaks down there right now and pine trees, and I can't see through the leaves of the white oaks to see if it's up there somewhere. But I mean, it ain't going nowhere, I hope. You know, I don't think the snapper will be able to pick it up. And if I took the wizard or the snapper out, it'd probably get blown away by the wind. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh, somebody sent me mail. Okay, I'm still here, guys. I'm just going to go check on my AOL real quick. Okay. Okay. Nothing there important. Well, okay, cleaned up my mail. And I used to think I hated junk mail coming to the house. I hate it even more when it comes in internet box. Yes, it's a Snapper 7.6 is what it says on the box. And there she be for me. She came in a nice little box too. I'm going to save the box because it looks like a good thing to keep her in. But there's the Snapper 7, and there's the charger that came with it. And underneath the charger is 2 extra batteries. So I'm hoping I could send it out on a scout mission on a calm day. Man, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. That might be a plan. I have to get some goggles to do that, though, or at least ways of some kind of display that it can send the signal back to. Yeah, I was lucky. That's Run Cam 3. It's being orange, stuck out like a sore thumb. I mean, I almost walked right up to it. I hadn't been there but about 30, 40 seconds, and I looked down and said, I'll be down and look what I found. And it was right at the base of the tree that I thought the wizard had gone into. So the wizard's in there somewhere. It's got to be. Hang on a second. I think they were 450s. Single cell. Yeah, 3.8 volts. Yep. 3.8 volts, 450 milliamp hours. So came with 3 of those. So that was kind of nice. That was kind of one of the selling points because I know battery can get to be an expense that you don't want to have much. But and of course it came with the simple reset of props, a whole bunch of little screws, a little wrench, some rubber bands. I'm going to find a different way to hook the battery in. They hook in with those little tiny rubber bands. And this charger is supposed to be able to do 6 batteries at a time. It has both high and low volt charge capabilities and selectable voltage. And it's just a little cheap one, you know how they are. But we'll figure it out. We'll get it up and running. And then the 7 is still down in there. Just leave it in the box for right now. Yeah, it's supposed to have quite a decent bit of power. Wizard is exactly 6 trees to the northeast. I wish I could use Google Maps to find it, my friend. I really do. Hey, James Ward. Yeah, hopefully we'll have some fun with it. My wife says if I fly it in the house, the dogs are going to eat it. And that may be the case. So I'll just make sure the dogs are locked in the rooms before I fly it in the house. Or all outside somewhere having fun. That's just something I'm probably going to have to do. But I'm going to go in here for a second, guys. I want to check on something. Dial gauge up or down or off. Okay. So that's what the control panel does. Okay. And I don't know what that does. That's a good idea, Blizzard. That's a very good idea. Hell, you know, I don't know how many people have Dish, and I'm sure DirecTV probably has the same thing, but there's a button on all of the dish devices that says "Find my remote," and you hit it, and the remote starts beeping. I could use that for my car keys sometimes. I surely could. But ooh, it is. Oh, it's only going for 2. It's not that late. Let me check something real quick, guys, because I don't want to step on any toes. I'm going to go back to my page real quick and see if there are any. Oh, I can't do that, I guess. Never mind. I was kind of going to go and see if there was any streams going on. But that's probably not a good idea. Ooh, I didn't know the control room was open. Hope I didn't mess that up. Is it still doing okay? It's doing okay on my end, but I want to make sure it's good on your end. There you go. If you can't find within 3 meters, you got a problem. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will, Ed. It'll do okay outside, I think. And that's where I'm first going to try it anyway, because the last time I tried to fly a micro drone in the house, the thing took off and hit the wall, and that was not good. Yeah, I understand. And I went right down there, and I have a feeling the battery did get ejected. I don't know, because I couldn't hear the beep, and it's got a good beeper on the back. Oh, cool. So, where's that noise coming from? Okay. And okay. This says my mic is muted, but I didn't mute mic. Oh, I didn't know it had a volume control. Oh, cool. All right. Okay, guys. I appreciate you all coming in this PM. I'm going to go spend some time with the wife watching some Westerns and stuff. I mainly just wanted to come in and make sure that I knew how to do this for tomorrow morning, because I will be on again at 6:30, and probably have several guest costumes come in. Don't know for sure, but we'll see what we can do. Anyway, thanks a bunch, guys. Drop a like if you've liked it. If not, that's okay too. Sure was nice having Dan come in, so big shout out to Dan, Drone Worship. And y'all have a blessed day, and take care, and go burn some packs up, man. We're out of here. Take care, guys.